What is going on, Coaster Crew Network fans? I'm Clint Novak, and we are here on the site of Verbolten at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. We're going to take a tour by Larry Giles himself. In fact, he's getting ready to kick it off, so let's go over to that tour right now.
Welcome to Verbolten today. We picked a perfect day for weather. I'm glad you guys all made it out here. We're going to take a little tour through the station, through the Q building. We're going to take you some special places. We're going to talk a lot about the ride today. One thing you're not going to hear a lot about from me, or probably from our PR folks, is a lot of statistics. You know, how high it is or anything like that. Well, that's your typical roller coaster. And that's not what you're going to see today. Your typical roller coaster, we typically, like some of our great rides we have here, Apollo's Chariot, Griffin, we put a big tall lift in, we got a chain lift that pulls you to the top, and then it lets you go. And that first drop is really amazing. On every one of our rides, that first drop is amazing. And I'll have to admit, the second drop is pretty good. And by the time you get to the end of the ride, it starts drifting off, and you're really remembering that first drop. Well, at Verbolten, we got a completely different experience for you, because from the beginning to the end, it's going to be exciting. When you get off the ride, you're not going to be sure which part of the ride was the best part, I guarantee you that. So we're going to take a tour. This is a construction site. You all have your hard hats on. So let's all be extra careful with where we walk and when we step, follow directions. We're going to go and we're going to walk along this pathway here and into our Q station. Well, welcome to Gerda's office. Actually, this is Gerda's tour guide. She and her brother, Gunter, run a tour agency here in Oktoberfest. And what they sell, because you're all visitors here to Bavaria, right? They're selling a nice little tour through the Bavarian land, a nice drive. They've got these German sports cars, vintage German sports cars that they maintain a fleet of. And you're here to rent one. And they're really nice folks, a little quirky. But one of the things that they're going to tell you is while you're on your tour, be sure don't to go to the Black Forest. Avoid the Black Forest at all costs. Because they've had a lot of experience with folks who are on their tour and go into the Black Forest and they don't see them again. In fact, Gunter actually goes out into the Black Forest and finds the cars and brings them back, and the people are all gone. But their luggage is still there. So he's been piling their luggage in, waiting for them to come back and collect it. So that's what they're going to tell you in here. And we're going to go ahead to the station. And a couple of things that we did. First, those of you who are very familiar with our park know you're standing in the old big bad Q house. We've remodified this Q house to accommodate our new trains and track. We've also done a couple other things. The final drop is going to look very similar, and similar is not exactly the same as the final drop in the Big Bad Wolf. We've done that for a couple of reasons. One was, it was a great drop. Anybody wrote it? Oh my gosh, that was fun.
The other thing that's unique about the cars,
we have just started installation of our scenic. I would say probably 1% of the scenic is installed right now. To give you an idea, you're seeing an event that after we get done will never be seen again. You will not be able to see the track, all this track from one standing point after we're done, along with all the special effects that we're going to have inside. When I talked about the launch outside, that's where it ends up on the inside, right where the hole in the building is. That's your entry point. You come over this curve here. This curve will actually create zero gravity. You're going to be weightless for about 1.8 seconds as you enter the building, as you enter the dark, as you enter the Black Forest. That entire piece will be encased. So you're going to be passing things that you see while you're weightless. We're going to come down, the track comes down here, loops around into our helix. And I mentioned something earlier today about the way we designed this coaster. Most of your coasters are all designed so you have no lateral Gs. We thought it would be actually more fun when you're inside this building to create some lateral Gs on purpose. The helix is designed for a half a G lateral G, which is similar to a lot of flat rides. So you're actually going to be slid to the side as you're circling that helix. through the block brake, down. And this is where special things happen. We've got special events that happen up there, and I say events, but don't go any further. So the marketing people are going to get mad at me then. And then we've got, on the far side that's lit up down there, that is our free fall drop. It's one of a kind free fall drop. We use a special magnetic system that basically feels like you pulled the chair out from under you. It is so sharp, so quick, and because we're going to be camouflaging it, it won't be as obvious as it looks today. You won't know that you're there until all of a sudden you're dropping. Your inner ear will tell you that you're dropping. By the time you get to the bottom, we're going to roll you out into our second launch. That's where we're going to launch you up the hill and into the broken bridge. So also these two launches, one thing I'll point out is the U.S. Navy's finally getting around to using these launches we're using on their new aircraft carrier they're building just down in Newport News. So they're finally catching up to what we're doing here at Busch Gardens. So this is the Black Forest.
What do you anticipate the duration of the ride time within the building?
I think it's around 30 seconds. Actually, it might be longer than that because we include the drop piece. It might be closer to 45. Remember the excitement of being on the Big Bad Wolf. Well, I think we've just created a little more excitement for you. Our drop 10 feet taller. We've also got a great thematic element on the top. It's going to look like this kind of broken bridge. We're using our worst carpenters to build it. And that's actually that wood structure on the side. You see it. We're going to actually pick that up and lift it in one section. As you get to the top of this bridge, we control your speed exactly so you hit the bottom at exactly the right speed. Of course, you see the big bank we have and another big bank coming up. So that should be a very thrilling end. Again, what you've seen is what I told you at the beginning. This ride from beginning to end is totally unique of any coaster I've ever seen. It's from the beginning we thrill you, the middle we thrill you, and we thrill you to the end so you get off the ride. So you should be a lot of fun the entire experience. So that's Verbolten. I hope you're as excited as all we are and can't wait to ride it here late this spring. We're right on schedule. Everything's coming together. We even got perfect weather for you folks today.
All right, we are here with Carl. He is the official Dippin' Dots guy here at Busch Gardens. And when I say Dippin' Dots guy, I mean Park President?
Yes.
There you go. So he's going to tell us a little bit about Verbolten and where we're at right now. Now, we had a chance to look around. We got some great video. Where are we with the construction of Verbolten?
We're moving along very nicely. We're going to open in late spring, and we have a lot of excitement. Guests can't wait. And I myself can't wait to opening day. It's going to be fantastic.
Are you going to be the first one to ride it?
I will be. That's a good part
Throw
about
the
my
water
job.
dummy out, and he's
Good
the
part
first
about-
one in.
Good
There
part
you
about
go.
my job, yeah. I look like the water dummy, but yeah.
So have we had a chance to run some of the trains? Has it made its way through the track?
It's made its way through, and
All
everything's
right.
working great.
So all the track is complete. The coaster is run on its own, and now we're just working on the theming elements, like the bridge
Right.
behind us here, and we
That's
got
right.
the inside building.
Right, the big event building where a lot of the action happens, and there's a lot of excitement.
All right, very cool stuff. So Verbolten is going to be scheduled to open in late spring here at Busch Gardens. Now, is there some other stuff going on? We heard rumors that possibly there's some stuff going on with Dark Castle. Will we be surprised this spring when it opens up?
When you ride Dark Castle, I think you'll see a few changes there.
All right.
That'll excite everybody.
All right, very good. All right, well, you heard it here first from the Dippin' Dots guy, the head of the Dippin' Dots guys. That's Carl. Thank you very much, Carl. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Pleasure. Thanks for coming out.